to install one of these rangehood and you don't know how to, I'm going to show you how you can do it. So once you have this, like this, you have to remove this. If you have a ductwork, if you're going to recycle the fumes, you're going to use the filter here, and the fumes will go through here and will go out of here, and another day they can install the ductwork. So now we're going to hook it up on the power. We're going to put some screws here and there to hold it in place, and we should be good. All right. Now I'm going to show you here the range hood. Here is another range hood, but basically it's the same. When you get these, you will have to connect the power cord, so that way you can do this. So as you can see here, we have the power cord with the walnuts, the orange one that you see over there. So that is what you're going to need in order to do this. So now that you have this in place, so now you have to unwrap it, of course, and we are going to put it in the hole that is needed, so that way you can do this. So in this case, as you can see here, we have the bracket that you see here. That is the one that you're going to use to hold the cable in place. So here in some area, I mean in some models, you're going to see that the filters that you see here and here, they come already pre-installed. Otherwise you will have to add them later. Here you have the lights, and that's it. So in this case, if you have the filters already in place, you will have to take them out. Usually here you have some type of handle or something, so that way you can take them out, and then after that you're going to have access to the rest of the range hood. So you will have access to the little motor that you see here, and here in this area, as you can see, you have to remove the screw. It could be one screw, two screws. So you have to remove this because all the wiring needs to be enclosed. So in this case, that is how they do it. So once you remove this, you should be able to access to the wires. You will see the black one and the white one. So also here, as you can see here, you will see the ground one. So basically the better cable, the copper, you're going to put it here. Sometimes it could be green, so you just unscrew it, screw it in, and that's it. And here you have the black ones, the black and the white ones. So you have to do that. Once you have them here, as you can see here, you have both. So all you have to do is grab the walnut, and you're going to put black with black, white with white. So the white one neutral, the black one is the hot one, and that's it. So here, as you can see, this hole that you see here, in some instances, depending where you have the power, in this case, in my case, it will be on the top. Otherwise, sometimes if you have to use a hard wire, because you don't have an electrical outlet, most likely you're going to use this, and you need a connector in order to avoid any sharpness, to cut the cable or anything like that. Also to secure it. In this case, it comes with a plastic thing. We're going to use it here in this area. So once you do that, you should be good. So with the screwdriver, you can remove it. So it's very self-explanatory. So I'm going to show you a little bit forward. So here is the other side, and like I said before, you're going to be able to remove it with the screwdriver. Now I'm going to show you. As you can see, with the screwdriver, you just pry it, and you should be good to be able to remove it. There we go. And then here you have the holder, which usually with the holder is enough to keep the wire in place, the power cord. Otherwise, you can use a regular connector. I have another classes about that, so if you go to my playlist, you should be able to see that. And once you do that, push it in, and it should stay in place. Otherwise, I prefer the connectors. Usually they are better. So here, as you can see, you're going to twist the cables, like I said, white with white, black with black, and then you put the walnuts, and that should do the trick. So I'm going to move the video a little bit forward, so that way you can see. Now you remove, like I said before, the ground, and you put the green screw, or if you have a better cable, you put the better cable, and that should do the job. Now once you have everything in place, all you have to do is just put the cover back in, put the screw in place. We should be able to fix it in place. As you can see here, you have the holes that I was talking about. This is the one that you're going to use in order to fix it in place into the cabinet. You use that and you should be good. Usually these type of devices, they are not that heavy. Also, another thing that you can do before you turn it, you put it in place, you can test it to make sure that everything is good. So as you can see, everything is working, and then after that you can try the lights. The only thing with the lights, I don't like them because they are incandescent lights, so if you can replace them with LED light, that would be great. They will last longer. You have a white light, I like it better than the yellow grandpa style, and that's it, because sooner or later this type of lights, they burns out, so you will have to replace it. So if you can do that in advance, you're going to avoid the headache in the future. So basically that is all you have to do. Now I'm going to keep working on this project, so that way you can see how the rest is done. All right, so here I have a helper. So the helper is helping me. I mean, if you have to do this, it will be better if you can get someone. Otherwise, it's going to be more difficult because the place is very tight, at least in this case. And it's going to be very difficult if you have to do it by yourself. You have to be, touching the cabinet on the top. You cannot leave any gap or anything like that. So basically, when I was trying to put this in place, it was touching a little bit the wire in the other end, so it's a little bit difficult to show you right now. But as you can see, I have the wire, the power cord, and I have to cut a little bit, and at the end of the cabinet, the one that is touching the wall, so that way I was able to fit the connector that I was talking before in the video. Otherwise, it will not go all the way in, and it's going to look crooked. So now with my knife, I'm removing the board that you see here that is against the wall, and it has a little bit of glue, but other than that, with the multi-tool, I was able to put it in place. So now with the helper, again, he's lifting this up in place. Once it's completely flush against the cabinet, I'm going to be putting the screws that I was talking about before, and that will keep it in place. Once you put 1 or 2 screws, the rest is very easy. The most difficult part is just making sure that you're not going to have any issue. As you can see, 4 screws, drywall screws, that will do the trick. And these type of rangehood, they are not that difficult, and they are not that heavy. Like I said before, here we don't have any dog work or anything like that. As you can see, all you have to do is make the hole with the hole saw, plug it in, and then you put 1 screw here, another one here, one there, one here, one there. You have the lights, and that's it. And then after that, you have to put the filters, and as you can see, it works. We have the lights, and everything is good. As you can see, it works. So you have the light, the fan is working. You can turn it on and off from here. Lights, the same thing. All is good.